Thank you very much. And now over to Tony for the weather. No, thank you so much. I really appreciate the intro. Thanks for having me back on the show. It's been a while, actually, since I last ran a game for you guys. And I'm looking forward to it. Tonight's adventure or report is known as the Neptune report. All will become clear later. You will no doubt notice similarities with a certain thing. I'm not going to say anything any more than that. So, don't we start places? Let's just get straight into it. Why beat around the bush? I'm going to go around the table as I can see it on my Discord stream here. I'm going to ask you to introduce your character, let us know their name, maybe a little bit about them if you've had the 10 minutes that I gave you to think that up, and then just let us know what your stats are and what your roles are on board, in this particular Duster group. So we'll start with IMT.
Yes, I am playing Drake Fletcher, a slightly crazy, ever so slightly eccentric medical doctor, a surgeon of many animals and creatures, and occasionally the odd plant, but never a human. But he has turned his life around. He may or may not have been thrown out of academy for a veterinary school and has now turned his attention to people, believing that they are so much simpler to deal with and bigger, so you can make more mistakes, right? His skills, he is top in his education. He is level 4. He is as smart as they come. Although he might not always know the right answer, he does know an answer. And that's great because he has a level 3 in charisma, so he will be able to lie his way out of any situation and convince you that he knows the right answer if he doesn't. Unfortunately, because of all of this, he only has 2 in agility and a single strength. He is the weakest. He has a history of making people do the work for him when it comes to manual labor. And he also has a small background in science, mainly chemistry, where he has known to make a few chemicals that probably would hurt and not help heal.
Thank you for introducing a character who's obviously not psychotic in any way.
No.
Let's move to John. Can you introduce your character and let us know about them?
Alright, tonight I will be playing Ulysses Summers. He's a mid-70-year-old man. He has served in many ships as a counselor, as a barman, as a communications officer. Right now he's the liaison officer for this adventure. His stats are 4 in charisma, 3 in education, and of course because he's very old, 2 in agility and 1 in strength. He has a thunderous voice and a polarizing personality. He has seen some stuff during his days, and he tries to be a people's person, although some people may find him a bit odd, and who knows, it's up to the crew to figure out what's wrong with him in the end. That will be all.
Ulysses is an awesome name, by the way. It's a shame he's not 31 years old. I'd have geeked out. So, yeah. It's the greatest 80s cartoon ever. So, Tony, on to you.
Yeah, so my character is Arabella Walter, otherwise known as Belle. She majors in a science officer, but being as that, sometimes things don't always work or work the way you want them to. She's second in engineering, so she's able to change things and help things work again when they accidentally break by villages, hammers, whichever. So her education I've got full marks. She's very agile for a seemingly science officer, but you need to be able to get anywhere, get under anything, be able to have nimble fingers to take what you need to, finish what you need to do. So there's a little bit of strength, because she likes to do things herself where she can, because other people just don't do it right. So her charisma is on the floor. Not much a people's person. There are other people for that. So yeah.
Yeah, excellent. Welcome to the team. And that just leaves Good. That's about your character.
I will be playing Sergeant Robert Johnson, a war veteran who now went into security. He still has a little bit of his military ways in him, so can be pretty strict, but tries not to be. He is pretty buff. That's why his strength is at his top for strength. But he also did some medical training in the army, so his education is also 3. But because of his big muscles, he's not that agile anymore. So that's his lowest stat.
Got it. Okay. And that's the team. That is the team at the moment on the Neptune station waiting to be picked up. Let's very quickly throw some equipment at you all. Anybody with a science officer background in primary, science officer, gets a small personal computer. The security officer gets a Dazer Mark III. The liaison officer, you also get a small personal computer. Anybody in engineering will get a personal toolkit. Anybody in medical will get a first aid kit. That is regardless of whether that is your primary or secondary.
Medical kit?
Yeah, to anybody with any kind of medical background.
And security did also get something, or?
Get a Dazer Mark III.
A laser, oh.
A Dazer, it's got 2 shots, it's just a stun gun.
A taser.
It's got 2 shots. Are there any backgrounds that I missed? Is everybody good?
Yeah.
All good.
All good. Excellent. So, those are the characters. Let us begin. Oh, sorry. So, okay. So this is the game. This is the Neptune report. Can we have a picture, actually? I'm going to have to rely on you there, Infinity. You get the picture up of the GS-12. Yep.
Yep.
There it is. GS-12 is a new kind of orbital station. Most GS-12s are actually moored. We see the legs at the bottom. They're usually moored to a moon or a planetoid or somewhere where they can basically do their mining. Some of them aren't used for that anymore. What they've done, they've retrofitted them, give them an engine at the bottom, and they're going to use them as free ports. They're going to put them as stations just hanging over certain areas where lots of space lanes cross over, and they will then basically where people can dock and restock and recharge. So there is a floor further down which used to be the industrial level. Now that's going to be used for storage of equipment and foodstuffs and anything that a ship needs. This one has just been decommissioned from a place in the Eridani system. It's been brought all the way over here to the Poseidon sector, and basically it's been completely refitted. And that's been your job while you've been here, because they were low on personnel, so they just grabbed whoever could hold a drill or a spanner or anything, get on and basically just finish getting the ship fixed, getting the station fixed up. So you've literally spent the last 2 months welding bulkheads into place, or sweeping up, or painting corridors, or installing conduits. You've been shown what to do. Basically, somebody's given you a pad and said, follow these instructions, and that's pretty much it. It's not what you signed up for. It's not what you trained for, and you're still waiting to get a ship. You've been stuck out now in the Poseidon sector for, like, say, 2 months. Food rations are getting thin. The water's starting to taste a little bit dicey because it's been recirculated and so many times. and everybody just wants out. There's you and there's 4 other teams. So there's 12 other people who have been doing this setup work. Nearly every single room on this station is empty. So what they're designed for, nothing's been stocked up yet. No equipment's been installed. There's only the very, very basic computers to run the station, and that's it. It's everything at the moment. So you've basically spent the last month walking through empty corridors, going into empty rooms, just choosing anywhere really to lay down a bunk so you can actually get some sleep for your allotted 6 hours, doing 12-hour days. It's just been an absolute nightmare. So yeah, it's a crappy job. Everybody knows that reconditioning space stations and getting them ready for use is a crappy job, but it pays quite well, and you get double pay. So they're going to knock 4 to 5 months for your time, and that's including the time as well for transit. You're about 18 weeks out for the nearest stellar station. At the moment, all you can do is wait for a ship to turn up. It's up to you guys whether you really got to know any of the other crew or not, but the person in charge of the entire place was a rather imposing lady called Kavanagh. She was basically the foreman, and she was taking care of everything. And she had, like, I mean, she's built like a brick shit house. She looks like she could be in WWE. She's huge, and she did a lot of the manual work. You can tell that some of her body parts are augmented. You're not supposed to do that out in deep space. They don't like cybernetics out in deep space, because if anything goes wrong, there's nowhere to get them fixed, and that kind of makes you useless. But yeah, she was always the first up. She was pulling 16-hour days. She's obviously on something, but she got the job done. And she's been out here for a year. Nightmare. Other than that, nobody really mixed. You were given your sections to work on. You spent 2 months doing it, and now the job's over. And all you're doing now is waiting for the Conrad, which is the ship that's supposed to be coming here to pick you all up and take you back to the nearest stellar station. That's where we'll start the adventure. If you don't mind bringing up the floor plans pylon 3 section and top working section. Basically, the way this is laid out, you've got the pylon. You're at the moment you're in the top working level of the actual station. This is the main area. So that entire open area near the airlock is basically now storage, which is going to be used for equipment, tools, and again, like I say, foodstuffs and all sorts. Those other rooms there were going to be used for administration and offices, but at the moment they're all empty. There's some tables in there and a few chairs. The equipment's not been delivered yet. All the wiring is hanging out the ceiling, waiting for the computers to be plugged in. The room at the bottom is basically the toilets, and that's another thing as well. This whole station stinks. So obviously, when the people who turn up to get the systems all online, the whole sewage system needs flushing. It's not nice. There you have it. That's it. So you can choose where you start, but at the moment, most of the 12 people are hanging around in that main area by the airlock, all in pylon 3 in room 1, basically just waiting for the Comrade to turn up. I mean, as far as you can tell, Comrade dropped out of FTL about 5 days ago, radioed it was on its way, and it should be coming into visual range within the next 20-25 minutes. Are there any questions at this point?
No. I think I'm good at this point.
Watching the Conrad come in on a small personal computer, in fact they've linked it, so if anybody wants to open up their little personal computers and have a look and basically watch the Conrad coming in, then they're more than happy to.
Yeah.
It's like a half-hearted hooray when the Conrad radios in, then it's on its final approach, and it's reached the inner marker, and it's about 10 minutes out.
I think I will be at the spot with the most people.
Yeah.
Being in charge of security, so...
Where the airlock is, that's where most people are gathering, because it's a massive, massive door with a huge 2-foot thick window in it. In the distance, you can see the blinking light of the Conrad getting closer.
Is the Comrade taking us all today, all 16 of us, or just us 4?
Taking everybody up, it's taking everybody off the station. It's going to drop off a skeleton crew of 4 people to caretake the station, and they're basically going to be there and wait for the bigger ships to turn up with all the equipment that's going to be loaded onto the station and installed.
then Ulysses have been since morning walking around and lifting the spirits of everybody up, telling them today's the day, and trying to keep a positive mood. Soon we'll be drinking clean water, he says to everybody, another inspiring words as such. And he has been checking his small personal computer and saying like 15 minutes till the arrival, or 20 minutes, and counting down and lifting spirits up, moving left and right.
Okay, make a charisma roll. You've taken liaison officer as your primary. So take your charisma score at 2 and then roll your d6. And your target number is going to be 7.
At 2, that's amazing. I'm gonna use the Discord roll if that's okay.
Sure, you go for it.
Yeah.
So it's 1d6. The result it didn't actually work.
Oh god, someone deleted.
Roll.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Exclamation mark roll.
Sorry about that. So the result was 5 plus charisma 9 plus 2. That's 11.
Brilliant.
Nice.
You're doing a pretty good job. You've even cheered me up. So you're doing a pretty good job. Everybody is sort of, looking forward to it. Yeah, you're patting each other on the back. They've all got the backpacks over the shoulders already. It's like waiting for a late plane. It's absolutely insane. And the combat's getting closer. Is anybody watching the approach on their personal computers?
Drake would be.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would be as well.
You would be as well? Anybody who's watching it on their personal computers, can you make an education roll, please? If anybody's got any science, they can add that to it as well. Difficulty's going to be 7.
Everyone has a personal computer?
The only people who I said whose roles had a personal computer.
I got 9.
3.
9?
Then I don't.
Nope. 6.
I got 9 as well.
9, 2 9s. Well, both of you, Drake and Arabella, they've gone past the 20-mile mark and they've not decelerated. Still coming at too high a speed. Nobody else seems to have known.
Drake is just looking up from his pad. Guys, I think you might want to move away from the door.
Where's he from?
What's wrong?
Don't know where that came from. Please don't pay it any attention.
No,
What is wrong?
He emigrated to Australia from South Africa by the sounds of things.
What seems to be the problem?
Drake's pointing at his pad. It's coming quicker.
now he's Welsh. So, Kavanagh turns around and is like, what? She's like, what are you talking about?
He's.
Out of pad.
They don't seem to be decelerating. Look, he's trying to say they're coming in too quick. Look at the screen.
I think you've shown your screen up. In fact, by the looks of it, it's actually accelerated.
We need to
moving
move.
away. I'm moving. It's coming.
Okay.
All right, people, move away from the airlock all the way to the back. Now.
Make a charisma roll and add your security level to it. Difficulty is 8. Because Ulysses' charisma roll was so high, nobody wants to move away from the airlock because they all just want to go home.
It's a 6.
It's a 6. People are sort of looking around. They're not too sure what to do. They're all a little bit frightened and concerned. And then Kavanagh gets on the comm. She's shouting down the communicator, Conrad, you're coming in too hot. What's going on? And all you can hear over the comm is, why are you doing this? Stop! Then the shadow just hurt my own throat. Then holy shit! And then a shadow casts across the window, as if it almost as like it pulls up at the very last second. And then if you look at the top of the station, it slams into the top of the station, almost like it's shearing the top off. The communication mast, the sensor mast, the passive sensors, the active sensors, they're all ripped away. The whole station just, you are hit by this violent impact, almost like you've been hit by a huge wave.
Oof.
And it literally just rips the top of the actual station off. There's a huge explosion, there's sparks, lights start going out. Everybody makes agility rolls, please.
Ooh,
And difficulty is going to be 7. Sorry, my mistake. Difficulty is going to be 6.
I got 6.
Luckily, I roll a 6, so it's a 7.
I know. I got a 1.
That's an 8.
I got a 4 in total.
You rolled a 1, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so did anybody roll less than 6? I know you did, Tony. Anybody else? No? Right, Tony, can you make a strength roll, please?
Fuck. Okay.
Difficulty again is 6.
Ooh, 6 on the dice, so 8.
Oh, brilliant. You are sort of wrenched off your feet. You go into a bulkhead, but you've sort of anticipated it, the way that you sort of twist your body, you take it in the shoulder, it's going to hurt, but you're not seriously damaged. Most other people, in fact, there were 6 people actually in this area, sort of watching away. Shit, I rolled a 6. They all literally, the whole station shifts, they all go flying through the air, smashing off bulkheads, bouncing off piping, slamming into struts. Some of them are knocked unconscious, some of them are quite badly injured. Everybody starts shouting, screaming, the lights are flickering, there's sparks flying everywhere. Outside the porthole, you can see the star field going past, and the planet quickly comes into view. Obviously the station started to tumble. It feels a little bit strange, but then the artificial gravity compensates, and everything starts to settle down a little bit. But they're shouting, oh, what's going on? What's happening? What's that? What, eh? All alarms are going off. There's loads of different alarms going off. It's like a car alarm. It's literally just extremely loud all over.
Okay. I think it's actually gonna go and try and help, like seal off the area or something. Yeah, so it doesn't cause any more damage if there's any fires or anything coming through to where the people actually are.
Well, there's people scattered all over the station at the moment. Like I say, you've got 6 of them here, including Kavanagh. Where the other 6 are, you have absolutely no idea. So, I mean, are you in the large room at the moment, on the top working level, yeah?
Yeah, I would have been in there.
Okay, everybody's scattered around on the floor, so where is it you want to go first? Or what is it you want to do first? The alarms are deafening. There's decompression alarms, fire alarms, toxic substance alarms. You don't know if it's actually damage to the emergency system or whether all these things are happening all at once. None of it sounds good.
Do I have like a security team?
No, it's just you.
That's just me, yeah.
Most of the people here are engineers. Like I say, you guys got dumped here as extra personnel. Shouldn't even be here.
I will be helping though Robert Johnson. I will be with like crowd control or something. I will be saying, listen to the Sergeant Johnson. Everybody, mind your stations. Run for your lives.
You can make another roll then if you want, Scone. Roll a d6. Add your charisma,
yeah.
security, and +1 for Ulysses getting involved.
My purpose is to help the sergeant's orders. Ulysses doesn't really know what to do in this situation very well.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'll just give a bonus to Scone's rolls.
Yeah. I've rolled the max, so 6, 7, 9.
9, brilliant. Yeah, people start paying attention. Well, the ones that are still alive, unfortunately, 2 of them are actually dead. One's got a broken neck, the other one's impaled himself on what looks like a broken and stripped strut, which is never good for your health.
Well, my professional view of this is he's dead.
I'm not even a doctor. So, yeah, it's, yeah. So, sorry, back to you, Tony. What is it you were going to do? You said you were going to move to help something.
Yeah, well, I wanted to just help, like, seal any doors or anything, but I guess probably best off actually trying to find out where the issues are first.
Well, your pad, your personal computer, is actually plugged into the system so that everybody.
Oh, okay.
There's not a lot of active computers; they're all yet to be installed, which is how you were able to watch the incoming Conrad, because we all basically plugged into Kavanagh's pad.
Okay, yeah. So I'll try and bring it up on my personal pad to figure out where's safe and where's not.
Okay,
first
so
of all.
you need a education roll, and you can add your science to that. Now the system, your screen's rolling. There's obviously a bad connection somewhere. So your difficulty is going to be 8. Yeah, accurate reading.
I rolled a 1 again.
We rolled a 1.
Yeah, so education. So it's still a 7.
Yeah. You can't quite get a bead. You're trying to log onto the system, but there's an intermittent connection, and every time you try to connect to a certain area, or you try to connect to a certain subsystem, it just automatically disconnects you or shunts you back to the options screen. Yeah. It's basically Cyberpunk 2077 on launch day. So it's a bit of a nightmare. You can't get into it, and yeah, that's what's going on. The air is getting thicker as if there is something being pumped out, but you can't tell if that's just a fault with the system or just sort of your adrenaline kicking in. Anybody else?
Drake would be trying to see if he can find Kavara in the panic.
Yeah. Kavanagh is lying on the ground. She was quite badly injured. She's nursing an arm. You can actually see the lump on her, and blood-stained lump on her sleeve where the bone's obviously broken and moving and sort of come out. She's trying to sort of get herself to her feet. She's looking both shocked and angry at the same time. And she's trying to shout, "Give me a situation report!" But she seems to be extremely disorientated. She's going, "Give me a report of this house, sir!" And she's trying to get to her feet. She's got a massive head wound as well.
I'm gonna grab her like, "We need to get you to safety! We may have to amputate that!"
Okay.
Am I close enough to hear that, him saying?
Yes.
Are you a medical officer? It's just broken. It does not need to be amputated.
I can... No, I beg to differ. We need to hurry, quickly. She's losing lots of... I think it's called blood.
I think it's called blood. Oh my god. Show me your license now. I don't believe it. I also don't believe where you come from either. Nobody knows where you come from. So, well, she's in a really bad way. She's leaning on you now, Drake. She looks like she's ready to pass out.
Quick, through that door! And I'm just going to point to the nearest door and be like, "That's the door!"
Yeah, the door at the back.
That's the airlock one.
Straight in front of you is the circular tube, which is the main lift going down to the different levels.
Yep.
You don't actually have a med bay. You've got some medical equipment just in case anybody gets a sprain or gets a cut. There's no equipment in the surgery at all. Not that any of the rooms has been given the designation surgery yet.
Does anybody have a knife?
Bone saw. Yeah, strangely.
Isn't there a little knife in the medical kit?
No, not for amputating arms, no.
No, but he's not asking for that size of knife. He's just asking for a knife.
Well,
He's not.
There is a knife? Surgeon's knife, yeah. It's plastic because nobody wants to cut themselves on it. So it's yeah, the air is getting thicker in here.
Okay.
Mr. Fletcher, where do you need a knife for?
For surgery. I need to stop the bleeding. Otherwise she could die.
Yeah.
There's also a lump.
You don't use a knife to stop bleeding. Knives are used to start bleeding.
Oh yes! Oh, wrong way round. Sorry. I need a flame. Has anyone got a flame? I need to categorize this.
Now you're Irish. What is going on?
Ulysses is suddenly confused with their medical officer. She turns to Sergeant Johnson. Did you feel something wrong being with the air? Like it's getting thicker. And simultaneously he will try to run an analysis on his parents on a computer, like what's going on with the air that we're breathing, like life support.
Have you got a science position at all?
Not really, but I am educated.
well, roll a d6, add 4. Your education's 4, isn't it, yeah?
No, it's 3.
Roll d6, add 3. Your difficulty is, again, is going to be 8.
It's 7.
7, almost. But again, can't get in. Now, it's strange because previously nobody had any problems connecting with the system, and according to your pad, the system's available. It feels like there's something stopping you from accessing the main system.
I am reporting that to the security officer. Exactly that.
Let me try, and I just try a security code to get in there.
Any security codes that you've got for deeper access, for whatever reason, don't work. So you can try and access normally, So it's basically if you've got any science position.
No.
No, so it's basically going to be a D6 plus your education, and the difficulty is going to be 8.
No.
No. Again,
5.
you can't. There is something very strange that you cannot access the main system. Usually, you just log on, and you don't even have to log on. It's an open system. There's no secrets to steal. It's just system operations.
Where is the science officer?
Quick question. It's like, so it says that we were in the top working level. How many, like, realistically, how much space is actually above us where they could have hit?
Probably about 15-20 meters. That lift goes up another level. It's just an access lift at that point. There's no rooms up there, which is and on the top, very much above where you are, is where all the antenna and radar and all the dishes.
Oh, so it's really close. Okay.
Yeah, it's right above you. Yeah, it's
Right.
near miss. Oh, it's a near hit. Is it actually? No, that's wrong. Oh well, you know what I mean. It hit you.
Yeah. Okay.
Would we, because obviously we were working on a station, would we know of a locker nearby that has like independent air supplies?
That's all on the bottom level. There's loads of rooms down there which are going to be used as sort of workstations and laboratories or privately rented. It's kind of like lockups. And there's loads of stuff down there, including spacesuits, emergency evacuation suits, and breathing apparatus.
We need to get to the lowest level.
Yeah. I don't know if the lift is gonna be working.
We can rappel.
Well, I need everybody to make strength rolls, and difficulty at this point is going to be 5, because the air is now so thick. It's actually difficult to catch your breath.
I got a
Does
4.
that mean that I don't have to roll because I would make it no matter what I roll?
Yeah. Okay, then you're fine then.
I have 4 strength, so if I roll a 1, I make it.
You're
It's a
good. Yeah,
total
you're
of
fine.
2 for me. Only 2. Total.
2. Anybody else?
I got 7.
7. So, Ulysses and Drake, can you? What's your strength scores?
1.
1. Okay, both of you are basically on the verge of passing out. The air is that bad. Any rolls that you make now, your difficulty will be increased by 2. You literally can't breathe. Oh, the airlock door's open. The inner door's closed. Sorry, the airlock door is closed, not open at all. That'd be weird and dangerous. And the inner the inner door is still closed as well.
I just
will
rolled
grab
for the
this-
seriousness. I have a 7.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll grab the security officer and go like, Sergeant Johnson, I can breathe. I'm too old. Oh, please. Give me a vac suit quickly.
All the vac suits are in the bottom level.
There's
I'm
not a little air thing in the medical kit, like.
No, it's a first aid kit.
I'm going to attempt to open the doors.
Yeah.
Like, the idea is just to get out.
You go to the door is the red light showing as enclosed and emergency lock, but you should be able to override that. So
Yeah, I'll give it a go.
yeah, it's basically D6 plus your education. Difficulty is going to be 6.
Yes, that's 8.
Brilliant. So I'll go through it. It's not having it, so you just open it, pull a couple of wires out. Yeah, there's a huge clunk as the door magnetically unlocks, and then it slides open, and all this fresher air sweeps into the room. As it opens, it's really weird. You can like see a heat haze. So there was obviously something in the air in here, sort of going out into the main corridor. There's all the lights are out in the main corridor except for the emergency lights. There's sparks, there's explosions. When you open that door, there's like a blast of heat, like there's a fire coming from somewhere. And then you can also you can hear rumbling under your feet. There's like explosions in the distance. And above you, it's like hot. It's like you can actually see there's piping, glowing red hot right above you. So that ship has done some serious damage.
Okay. No, so Ulysses, you grabbed onto Robert, didn't you? Did Drake falter holding Kavanagh?
Yep.
So once that's open, I'm going to go and help with Kavanagh to try and to move them towards the open air, I guess.
Yep.
And then try and to figure out how we're going to get down.
Gotcha. There's only one other than Kavanagh. There's only one other person who's still alive. Sadly, the air has killed the other 2 people. very badly injured. They are unconscious but alive. It's their suit. Their name is Williams.
Okay. Brilliant. So, I'm gonna start looking at ways that we can go down.
The lift is directly in front of you. It's like I say, it's a big circular tube, and on one side the door's open. It's just a disc that goes up and down. At the moment, the door's closed, and you got the corridor going left and right. There's an airlock at the end of each corridor.
There's no no safe security hatch or something that when the elevator doesn't work, you can still go down or anything.
On the inside of the elevator, there's a ladder. You can get the doors open, you can security override the doors, and then you step out, and there's a small balcony, and then there's like an inset in the side of the cylinder, and there's this ladder going up and down.
I'll try that.
Stairs in, but that would cost money. So yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I mean,
The lift controls are still lit up and they still work. It's just they're flickering a lot.
I mean, if the controls are on, it might be worth trying them, because if there's a way that we can still get out, if it stops, then that's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go and have a look at the controls just to double check.
A red light and a green light basically tells you safe to use or it's in use, and it keeps flickering between the two. But the open door light is just stayed on, so the open door light is basically saying, yeah, sure, open the door. Then the don't open the door, and the door is already open lights are flickering on and off between each other. There's no window to tell if the lift's up or not.
Okay, well we can, I guess I just open the door and have a look.
Doors opens, there's a click, there's a rumble. It's not on hydraulics, it's on rollers like the toilet doors in railways, and it slowly sort of rolls sideways, except without the smell. It slowly starts rolling sideways, and it opens up, and the lift isn't there. But what you can see and hear below you is nothing but raging fire. In fact, there's a wave of heat that comes up from the orange light of the fire at the very bottom. You don't know what's happened down there. It's burning a lot. By the looks of it, this ladder will only get you down to level 2.
I mean, that'll be good in level. I'll turn to the others if they're not obviously looking with me, and just say that inside. Look, the lift's gone. It's burning at the bottom, but we need to go down. We can go down to the next level, but you know, somebody's got to carry these people.
Where is does Ulysses know where is the closest fire extinguisher?
There's fire extinguishers all over. They're actually installed as well, which makes a nice change. So basically, by every door, there is a fire extinguisher set into the wall cavity. Just a small one, just handheld. The burst lasts for about a minute.
Ulysses will grab one while hyperventilating, and says, "What choice do we have? We have to go down."
I'll take one too and start extinguishing the fire.
Yeah, but the fire's at the bottom of the lift shaft, so you have to climb down.
Yeah.
I'm going to be assisting Kavanagh.
Yeah.
I guess I'll go and get the unconscious person and drag him away.
Yeah. In a bad way, but looks like they suffered quite a nasty head injury and knocked a couple of teeth out. But other than that, they're alive at least. What kind of condition is in? Well, you can't tell. All you can do is pull the body out.
Yeah, I don't even think I can carry them down the ladders, to be fair. So
No.
I'll pull them to the door.
As you're in that room, in the larger room, you can see that the station is obviously trying to right itself, and outside you see the star field is slowing down, and so is the the planet. And as the planet comes into view, you see the tumbling, tiny, model-like form of the comrade disappearing, and then it just explodes. It sort of hits the atmosphere of the planet. Now, when a starship explodes, it blows big, and yeah, it's an expanded ball of superheated gas. Millions of small white specks expanding out with it as the debut as the vessel explodes. I was going to say,
Do you feel the shockwave?
I've already figured it out.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna turn to everyone and just like, we need to move now, because obviously in this open room there's nowhere that we can actually brace ourselves.
No. At this distance, you guess. Actually, make an education roll. Education plus science.
I would like to try that as well to estimate if there are a ricochet coming or shockwave or anything that we should brace against.
Well, you'll definitely get a shockwave.
Yeah, I got 11 by the way.
11. Yeah, you estimate it's going to be about 50 seconds before the debris starts hitting the station.
I won't be able to see the explosion because I'm hanging on the stairs trying to.
Yes. So you get on the
extinguish the flames.
Yeah, and you're sort of climbing down. Now it's absolutely roasting hot out here, and I mean proper. You know, you take a breath. It's like sticking your head in the oven, trying to take a breath when it's at 200 degrees on a fan oven, like Indesit, and it's an absolute nightmare. So breathing is difficult as it stands. And the rungs are roasting hot, so you're gonna have to find a way to cover your hands, otherwise you are gonna get burnt. It's like this entire lift shaft has been turned into a huge giant oven because of the fire at the very bottom.
Well, I would think I will have like some kind of sort of soldier's outfit on. So I would take that my sleeve over my arms just to hold on.
Gotcha. Okay. You're holding on with one hand and trying to extinguish with the other. You're going to have to climb down a little bit. So the heat's really oppressive. It feels like your face is melting off. And you're definitely not going to get any warranty claims on this station, so that's a bit depressing. So you basically start climbing down the ladder to get a bit closer to the fire. So I'm going to ask you to make an agility roll, please.
What do I need to make?
It's going to be 7, the standard 7. So D6 plus your agility, 7.
I need to roll a 6, otherwise I'm doomed. And I roll a 6.
So yeah, it's difficult as you get down, but
So
you do
that's
get
7.
Yeah, and then you flip the cap. The fire extinguisher comes on. The extinguisher, it's not huge. It's not going to do a lot. It will calm the fire down a little bit, at least give you a bit of respite. But yeah, you just basically stand there, and it's just like a powder. And as it comes out and expands outwards. It's sort of powder slash foam because of no science fiction. But it's basically just blasting down there. And that is when the shockwave hits the station from the exploding starship. The whole station is literally like it's been moved about 10 foot in one direction and suddenly stopped. Everybody's going to have to make agility rolls. Again, the difficulty is going to be 7.
Do I still have the -2 that you said earlier because of the breathing?
Those minuses that you had, now that you're out the room and in the fresher air and you're breathing more regularly, no, those are now
I rolled a 5 anyway.
Uh-oh.
So did I.
Likewise.
Total is 2.
You want to
I rolled a 1.
Okay. Can everybody make strength rolls? Not you, Scone. I've got something else for you. Sorry, that sounded really bad. So get to your room. So can everybody else roll a strength test, please? Difficulty is going to be 6.
I rolled a 6, thank God.
There we go.
I rolled a 1, so I got 3.
Okay.
I don't like this
Oh,
dice.
I made it. It's a 6 total.
6. Brilliant. What's your strength?
Mine's 2.
So you've taken a point of damage, I'm afraid. Basically, the shockwave has lifted you off your feet. You've gone flying along. Let me just make a test for you. Okay. Okay, well, the person you were dragging along rolled a 1, so sadly they're not going to make it.
Oh,
In
no.
fact, they're flying out of your hands, shoot across the floor, through the lift door, then disappear down the shaft. Fortunately, Scone, you've not only failed your roll, there's also a body falling down the shaft. towards you. Can you roll a d6 and don't roll a 1?
I roll a 6.
Brilliant. Completely misses you, but unfortunately you failed your agility roll and you lost the grip of the ladder. So at the moment you're falling the last few feet towards basically half a raging fire. So I'm going to need you to make an agility roll, please. You're going to take 1 point of damage anyway. This is to stop you from taking any more damage.
That makes a total of 6 because I rolled a 5.
Okay. That's from your agility roll, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you fall down. What's your strength?
4 max.
4. Gotcha. You've taken 2 points. You've literally left the ladder. You've got slammed because the shockwave has forced you off. Slammed down below where you've already put the fire out, but it's still on fire. So you've just fallen into the fire. So you've taken falling damage and a little bit of fire damage as well. So yeah, you're quite bad. Your extinguisher's still going, so you can basically push the fire back a little bit. And you're on top of the lift. The lift, by the looks of it, is dropped down. You don't know what was inside it, but whatever it was, it exploded, and they set the lift and the roof of the lift on fire. So yeah, you're quite badly injured, quite badly burned as well.
Ouch.
So yeah, painful. The alarm stopped going. And again, the station's trying to correct itself.
I'll try to find a space that I can be a little bit more safe around.
Yeah.
In this shaft.
If you push yourself back to the ladder, it's still going to be hot down here. You're going to have to, like I say, you're in a little bit of a bad way, but you should be out of the way of the worst of the fire. You've still got plenty of charge in your fire extinguishers as well to push the fire back. Meanwhile,
enough to completely extinguish the fire here, or?
Oh yeah, like I say, you've got a minute's worth, so you can put the whole fire out. You're going to have to get another extinguisher to put the fire out actually inside the lift if you want to climb down into the lift.
Well, I'm already down.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Yeah. I'll shout up. Toss me another extinguisher, and I try to with the one I have to extinguish what there's still left, and hopefully someone hears me to toss me another extinguisher.
Yeah, Ulysses has been close to the security officer. He kinda needs someone that is physically strong at this point. So, did he say to throw him, or like could possibly Ulysses go down and help him?
You can climb down if you want to, yeah.
He will attempt that.
Okay. It's straightforward. There's no shockwaves. You know what I mean? It's hot down here. It's a bit better now that he's put the top of the part of the fire out. So yeah, it's quite straightforward for you to climb down.
I'm coming, Sergeant.
If Drake is on any floor point where there might be a fire extinguisher on the wall, he's going to grab it off and drop it down the shaft to Robert.
Sure. You got to warn him first, yeah?
No.
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 Okay, make roll d6 then, and don't.
Oh god. Oh my.
And just remind you, he's only got strength.
You want me to tell you what I rolled?
Yes, please.
I rolled a 1.
Hey, I specifically said, don't roll a 1. At what point did you not understand that?
Not a 1.
Okay, I'm going to need
You know
to
what people are. They always do the thing you don't want them to do.
It's not going to be anything that kills it. It's going to be Drake that kills someone, isn't it?
Yeah, Drake, he's had to kill someone. He is the.
Yep.
You know, with a medical license. Can you roll your agility roll, please, go? Difficulty is going to be 6. Actually, IMT, can you roll an agility roll?
Yes.
6 plus you, and whatever you rolled is going to be Scone's difficulty number.
Seriously?
I got a 6, so my agility makes that an 8.
Scone, your difficulty is going to be 8. I apologise.
Yeah, that's impossible for me to make.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're down the bottom waiting for Ulysses to get down when suddenly you're struck on the head by some falling debris in the shape of a small fire extinguisher. Yeah, it smacks you right on the back of the head, staggers you forward. I'm afraid you've lost another point of strength.
Oh. So I only have 1 strength left then.
Yeah. You go staggering forward. Yeah, it's painful. Then you hear, and then everybody upstairs hear the sound of what sounds like rain or stones on a hot tin roof.
It's like ricochet from the explosion.
Definitely. And then it starts punching through the hull. Holes start appearing. And you see the
Incoming!
coming through, and there's lots of them as well, punching through, going through the outer hull, the inner hull, through the lip. I mean, these things are going probably at like 20 times the speed of sound. They've just been propelled through space by a thermonuclear explosion. So yeah, they're coming in hot, and it's all punching through. I'm going to need everybody to roll a d6, and anybody who rolls a 1, can you let me know, please? Put your hand up.
Take cover!
Oh my God, you and your 1s. Anybody else?
I was very
got a
close.
5.
I rolled a 2.
No,
I got a 4.
Okay, Infinity, can you roll an agility roll, please? Difficulty is going to be 6.
Oh my god.
I got a 5.
Oh my God. Debris,
Take cover!
what's your strength score?
1.
Okay. So the debris coming through, punching through the walls, like I said, leaving trails of smoke behind it, and then 1 basically just slams straight into your chest. It's hot, it's painful, everything just goes black. Roll a d6, and for the love of God, don't roll a 1.
So he's gonna roll a 1 because she said she.
I rolled a 6. I rolled a 6.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Okay.
I got a 6.
It almost takes you off your feet, slams you into the bulkhead, and then you drop to the floor unconscious. You've got your strength score in rounds to be seen to. Otherwise, sadly, will be an ex-psychotic doctor. Minerva, you see him get hit in the chest. It looks like it goes straight through him, almost. He goes off his feet, slams into the wall, it sprays blood at the wall, and then he slumps down onto the side, dropping. Oh, roll the d6, please, Infinity. Don't roll a 1. It's my favourite thing to say now. Yeah, mate.
I got a 2.
You're fine. Okay, so you drop Kavanagh, but not down the lift shaft. So yeah, she slumps to the ground, half conscious. Yeah, it looks like a bad wound there, Tony.
The only competent medical practitioner is down in the lift shaft.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Drake was supposed to be our competent medical person.
Yeah, but we already noticed that he's not competent.
Well, I guess I'm gonna have to help him. I was gonna try and shut the doors, but I will go and try and do something.
Have you got medical, yeah?
No,
No? Who else has got medical?
Scoon.
Ah, you're the wrong place.
I've got science and engineering, so you know I can staple you back together.
If somebody get some super glue, or he'll be fine. And a
Yeah,
red.
duct tape.
Okay. Can you then? It's going to be
There are no
difficult.
ducks in space, so we can make duct tape.
Add your education, and the difficulty is going to be 8.
Okay. Okay.
You
roll-
roll an 8, did you? You
Did
rolled
you roll a 1?
That's 5.
Dear Mr. and Mr. I regret to inform you that your son got twatted by space debris and is now an ex-psychotic doctor. I'm afraid we've got our first casualty, and Infinity, I'm afraid it's you. You slump to the ground. Tony dives over to help, but sadly there's not a lot she can do because she's not a doctor, not like you are. And the other guy is fallen down the lift shaft. I never thought I'd say that today. So sadly, yeah, I'm afraid that you're very, very dead. Let me just get a check mark for Saturday. So, yes. So that happened. More debris still slamming through the station. Again, the station's been knocked off course. It's starting to drift strange, and all these other warnings start going off, decompression alarms, and you can actually hear air whistling through the dozens of holes that have been caused through the ship and through Infinity's chest. So it's basically just extremely noisy whistling as well as the alarms going off, and all your ears pop because the air pressure suddenly changes. It's not good.
Why do I almost get the feeling we get the scene from Total Recall?
What if you want that? You better start making some dice rolls. So, well, what is it you want to do?
I'm just wanting to
right?
move.
Oh, you're not dead.
No, you're close
I
to it.
wasn't also unconscious, or was I?
No, you still got a point left in strength because somebody dropped a fire extinguisher onto your head. Be glad to know that the person.
Yeah, he's gonna die for that. Oh wait, he's already dead.
I'm already dead.
I wouldn't worry about that.
Well, if I get my a little bit back into it, I will try to completely extinguish the fire.
Yeah.
Because I do have the extra extinguisher
yes,
now.
I am aiding. I am aiding with the fire extinguisher.
Firefighter. Up there. Yeah. I'm going to need you all a dice
Go
again,
back up.
and let me know if you roll a 1. Not you, Infinity. Everybody else, can you roll a d6 and let me know if you roll a 1, please.
6.
Right, any ones?
That's a 3.
Right, so the debris still punching through, but then that wave of rubble and debris in small pieces. Obviously, it's over now. You've gone through the shockwave and the debris field. Yeah, the station's been peppered, and yeah, it's in a really bad way.
Is Kavanagh, she able to walk, or is she just like really heavily dazed?
A strength test. Okay, no, she can walk with the help of 2 people. I mean, like I said, do you remember that I said the size of her? She's about 6'4", and she's just nothing but sheer muscle. She's lost a little bit of weight now that she's bled out, but no, she's absolutely no, she's really big. You need 2 people to lift her.
Okay. I'm going to try and shut the door behind us to try and help in some form of way.
Okay, yeah, you get over. The door controls, yeah, when you've already tripped them from the other side, so it's literally twist the dial, press the button, the door starts closing. Just as it's about to close, it stops, lights on the door switch from red to green, the dial clicks back on its own, and the door starts opening again.
Okay. That's rude. I'll try once more. And
Okay.
just...
Click, yeah, and it goes, and then it closes. Then the light switch, dial turns again, and then the door starts opening again. Bottom of the lift shaft, Scone, the lift suddenly jerks as if it's going to move. And then slowly it starts to rise, going upwards.
Okay.
Still on, whatever's inside the lift is still on fire in there. There's no way anybody could get in there to activate the controls to get it up. And there's nobody on the floor upstairs, where you guys are, who've pressed the button. The lift basically starts going up on its own.
Like a malfunction, or could it be something else?
Also,
The lift goes up. If it's at the level that I can go through the door again, I will jump off the platform to be safe.
Yeah, well, both you and John will have to do that. So I'm not going to ask you to make a roll. You sort of get, 'cause it's not going too fast, and when it gets to the level that it's supposed to be at, I take it you're both jumping off, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the next level up is basically just the access room for all the aerials and stuff. It's just a room on its own where technicians can go up and get suited. There's nothing else up there. The lift, yeah, you sort of jump off. Tony, you notice that the airlock, the door's opened again, and you notice that the airlock, the outer airlock, it's actually cycling. The outer door's open, and the inner door's cycling to be opened as well. I see a red warning light saying, "Hey, don't do that. That's ridiculous." You can see the disc in the centre, the unlocking disc, starting to turn towards the unlock position. The outer door's open.
Okay, and the lift, now that the guys have jumped off,
Yeah.
is it going up a level, or is it stopping at our level?
Going up. There's a raging fire inside. By the looks of it, inside the lift, you can see there was loads of like gas canisters and chemical barrels which are burning. There's about 3 people in there which have been burned alive. There's nobody living in there, and the door is closed as well. Well, you can see the windows. No, sorry, the door's open. I do apologise, but there's nobody in there except for bodies and fire. That goes past you and then continues up, and then stops at the top level.
Okay. I'll just turn to this like, look, we gotta move. Somebody's like, that airlock is malfunctioning. It's gonna open. These doors will not stay shut. Like,
Everything is malfunctioning.
yeah, we need to go to the lower level. But I can't take Kavanaugh. Not alone anyway.
We jumped off at the same level as they are, right?
Yeah, so you're on the same level.
Okay, give me Kavanaugh. And I use the military grid to be able to carry and move.
Unfortunately, with strength 1, there's no way you're going to be able to pick her up. At strength 4, you might have been able to. But with strength 1, no, you're too weak to do it. And like I say, she's a big woman.
Yeah, IMT, laugh it off. It's your fault. Your friggin' fault.
You asked for a fire extinguisher.
I think Ulysses will speak to the other two. It's just us three and Kavanagh who are actually alive right now, right?
Yeah, there should be another 3 people somewhere else on the station. Because everybody else is dead. And the 3 people in the lift are dead. So that still leaves 3 people somewhere else on the station.
Well, Ulysses will enter the communications of the station and say that we are heading towards where are we heading again? Downstairs towards
We lower level 2.
Lower levels.
lower levels 2.
Highland 2.
Situation is dire. Every man should take care of themselves. And then he closes the communications and speaks with his actual voice to Bell and says, Mrs. Walters and Sergeant Johnson have to seriously consider that saving Kavanagh may not be within our options right now. If we want to stay alive, perhaps we should leave her behind.
I can't disagree with you. I'm gonna go. Yeah. Cause like obviously I've seen that the airlock's going, so I just want to get out of there. So I'm gonna start going down the ladder, try and get to the next level.
Okay. Everybody else doing the same?
Yes.
I don't like it, but I'm going as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's going
Sergeant, we have no choice. This is
I've
is
never
our only
left a
choice.
man behind. And I've been in the war.
Have you ever been to an exploding station before?
I've only fought wars on Earth.
This is not war. This is massacre. We have to This is a good time for. You have to leave her behind. I am sorry. And then he turns around and starts running.
Have you already gone, Tony?
Yeah, I would have started going down the ladder.
What are you doing, Scone?
Yeah, I'm going as well. Not that I'm happy about it, but yeah.
As you start to walk away, she reaches out and grabs you by the leg. She's in a really bad way. She's, like I say, she's bled out, she's gone pale. Everybody has at this point. She looks at you through half-closed eyes and says, "Coming back for me, right?"
Yes, ma'am. I never leave a man behind.
I'll wait here for you.
And I go down.
Get on the ladder. You're almost
Is
at the
there
bottom.
a way to get strength back, actually?
You can through a surgery, if you can get hold of a medipack. It gives you 1 point of strength back, but like I say, there's nothing like that on this station.
No, so not my...
Your medipack give you a point back, no.
Yeah.
Not the ones that you've been issued with anyway. It's cheap way to pack of crap.
Because otherwise I just would have taken Drake's as well, and at least get 2 back.
Yeah. As you also heading down the ladder, you're just about to get down to the second level when above you there's a huge clunk, The lift starts dropping uncontrollably. Screaming.
Heads up! Watch out!
Now, the way that the lift is designed, the way that the actual ladder is designed, is that it's now closed, so you should be able to push yourself in. Whether you get yourself pushed in time is something else. But Ulysses did actually call out a warning that that's happened. So everybody can make an agility roll and add one to the roll. I need to know each of your scores.
Agility.
Oh my.
Come on.
Ah,
Or
goodness.
5 then.
That's an 8. Nice.
Going is 5.
Didn't expect that.
Agility 3, so +1, 8.
8, so 2 8s and a 5. And I shall tell you what those scores mean after we've had a break. Yes, so sadly we've lost Drake Fletcher, the guy with the cool name. He's now a cracked screen and he's gone. But he still hangs around as a strange voice of the subconscious.
I'm just
May
haunting
inject
everyone.
every now and then. Haunting everybody, and also making the don't make a one rolls, and then we'll see if he decides to lie about it or not. So we will crack on, and as we left it, the lift was dropping down whilst everybody was climbing down. At the bottom was Tony, sorry, was Arabella. She rolled an 8, and that's a success. So she can jump down and get out the open door at the lift shaft at the bottom if she so wishes. Is that, I take it that's what you're going to do?
Yeah, I'm getting out. Getting out of dodge.
That will take you down to... I will need... where am I now? The floor plan's main. If you can bring that up for me, please, Fidelity.
Yep.
Yep. Secondly, the other person to pass the test was Ulysses, but unfortunately below him, the person that failed the test is our mate Johnson. I wish he called himself Richard Johnson, that would have been funny. He's Robert Johnson, who's right below you on the ladder. You can get out, you can either jump past him, because you're virtually at the bottom, and get out, or you can risk it for a biscuit and try and get Robert out there with you. If you just take your roll, jump down, and get out, that's it. You don't have to roll again, you've made it. If you want to try and help Johnson out as well, you're going to have to roll again.
Well, I think it's fair that Ulysses did help everyone by shouting incoming, heads up. That was his help, and he will say once more, watch out, Sergeant! But he will take the safe surviving way out and jump.
Jumps past him, lands on the floor, rolls. It's all safety padded down anyway, just in case, because they do care about the working people. And and you're out the door. As the lift drops to go, Robert Johnson, that just leaves you on your own side of the lift shaft. You can make one more roll, but the difficulty is going to be 7. There's going to be an agility roll. It's agility.
Come on, I only need a 6. And I'm failed 4 in total.
Right. Jump past him, you go rolling out, you jump down to follow, you land awkwardly, and then the last thing you see is the lift dropping down directly on top of you. You only had 1 strength point left, yeah? I'm afraid that's our second casualty. Mr. Wilson, you've been crushed
Like
down.
I said before the break, I will be the next one dying.
I laughed, but it was kind of like a laugh of sadness. You know when you laugh when you're nervous, that's what I just did. So yeah, the lift comes down and it explodes. Whatever canisters were left in there, the whole lot just goes up in flames. I'm going to need an agility roll from the last 2 survivors. Can I see you roll 6s, please, on your agilities?
Agility.
Ulysses will give a shout, Sergeant, no!
Oh, you just left
Then,
behind. That's Sergeant.
I'm at
got an
total of 5.
I got
5.
8.
Got 8. Whole lot goes up. You both go diving out the way, but Ulysses, you get caught in the explosion as debris and shards and everything goes slamming into the walls all over the place. You get hit squarely in the back, you go flying forward. What's your strength? Sorry, it was just 1, wasn't it?
It is 1. My strength is 1.
So, yeah, you get hit in the back by a lump of debris. It really hurts, and everything goes black for you. You land right next to where Arabella is. Arabella, you see him lying on the ground. He's got a big jagged piece of metal sticking out of his back. You've got 1 round to save him.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'll give it a go.
Okay, you get your med kits. You need to roll D6 plus your education, and the difficulty is going to be 8.
Come on. Fuck. Yes, 8.
8 dead on, yeah?
Yeah, dead on.
Are you telling me you only just made the roll? You rolled dead on 8, yeah?
Yeah, I got 4 on the dice and I've got 4 in education.
Brilliant. Okay, you dive over. You see it's bad. You pull it out. Do you not? Who knows? Who cares? So you basically get your kit out. You sort of wrap it up. You're gonna have to leave the metal in there. If you pull it out, it's gonna bleed out. It's right in his shoulder blade. It's gonna take a little while for him to come round. You can still hear air escaping throughout the station. Again, it's like it's difficult to take in a breath, but then you've also got this corridor filling full of smoke and all sorts of crap. But yeah, it's pretty bad. But he's alive. Got this thing with a needle on it. It's like a turkey baster, but it's basically like a life sensor. You stick it in his arm. It's like just a disc that you just stick onto somebody, and the needle goes into them. And yeah, there's a heartbeat. The little needle's flickering to say that there's brain function. So yeah, he's alive, but
conscious.
Not conscious yet. No. What is your education score? Sorry, what is
education?
Yeah.
3.
3. So yeah, you should come around in about 7 rounds. Wow. What do you want to do?
Is there where we jumped in? Is there a doorway to close, so I can just stop that?
Yes. Yeah. No problem at all. You can hit the pad. The door starts closing, and then just as it's about to close, pad flickers from red for the close back to green, and then the door starts opening again.
I'll try it once more.
Yeah. Again, it closes, and then your ears pop because somewhere, then the fire starts to go out because somewhere upstairs, I say somewhere upstairs, up in the main room that you've just come from, the airlock is obviously opened fully, and it's sucking the air out of the station. And you can actually, there's wind going past you. You feel the temperature starts to drop. The fire starts flickering as it starts to go out because it's been deprived of oxygen. Yeah, it's looking pretty dicey. What is it you want to do?
Okay. Where is? So we came in the centre here.
Yeah.
And none of these rooms, are these rooms not assigned either?
Nope, they're all empty.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and pull Ulysses to the nearest door.
Yeah.
I don't know which side would we have come out at? The left or right?
To the right, into the large corridor.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go ahead to the nearest doors. So I'll probably try the top door on 3 first.
Door on 3. Yeah.
Yeah, just to try and get in that room to try and seal us in a little bit.
Okay. Well, his strength was 1, so he wasn't a huge guy. So make a strength roll. So D6 plus your strength. His difficulty is going to be 5.
Yeah, that's 7.
Brilliant. You put your hands underneath him, like the air's rushing past you. He heads to the door. The door was already open. You sort of drag him through, leaving a trail of blood behind. And you get inside, and then you hit the switch to take it, and then the door starts to slide shut. Just as it is about to close, it actually does close, and everything's cool.
Okay.
And then the air starts to stabilise. There is a little bit of a whistling. Obviously, some debris came through here, probably punched a hole through, but it can't be any bigger than a thumb. So it's going to be a while before the air leaks out of this place. So it's a real strange moment of respite. For the past 5-10 minutes, you've heard nothing but sirens and explosions, people screaming, shouting, people having fire extinguishers dropped on their heads, then lifts. And but now you're in this room, it's a bit quieter. Everything in the distance is muffled. We can hear basically like a train announcer. So because the station's AI is basically saying, "Oh, things have gone to shit." So it's all but in here it's a big open room. There's nothing in here except for a few storage crates and a couple of bedrolls that people have left behind. Yeah, it's got extremely quiet. And then that's when you come round, Ulysses. Very slowly, very groggy. Your head's pounding.
He looks left and right, and he grabs Belle and says, "Mrs. Walters, leave me behind. You're young. I've lived my life. You must save yourself."
Okay.
We're stuck in here. We're safe for a little bit. It'll be fine. I just need to. I don't know. Be fine. Just get your breath back. I'm gonna attempt to use the small computer again.
Yep.
To try and figure out anything right now,
Sure.
anywhere that I can actually.
Again, D6 roll plus your education, plus your science score if you've got it, and your difficulty is 8.
Yeah, I got 12.
12,
6.
fantastic. This time, now that you haven't got people shouting in your ear, or exploding, or getting sucking chest wounds, or leaving people to die, you say sit down, you go onto the pad, you sort of go through it, and you actually manage to get into the system. Now, it appears that there is program running in the background somehow. You can see ship systems as basic as they are at the moment, because the full AI hasn't actually been installed yet. The ship's control and admin systems haven't been installed yet. It's all very basic, it just runs off a pad. You can see that there's something happening. A newly introduced background program, which is apparently, by the looks of things, because you rolled quite high on that score, so you can actually see it. You can actually see this little icon in the top right-hand corner, sort of just with loads of sort of zeros and ones constantly rolling over each other. Looking at that, it's actually controlling the rest of the station. A very, very basic AI program.
Okay, that's weird. I'll just turn to Ulysses and just say, it looks like somebody's installed some extra programming on the ship, but we weren't supposed to be getting any of that.
That's all there. Should we send a distress signal? Perhaps someone will come to our rescue.
I don't think. I mean, I can try.
Comm systems are gone. The actual transmission aerials, and then the transmission discs.
Oh yeah, everything was up top.
Everything that was on top, it's all gone.
Yeah. I don't think we can send anything out. We just need to, I don't know, somehow stabilize the ship. There was others, like there was still people around the ship that maybe we could find and help.
How about the vac suits? Are we close to the vac suits now?
Vac suits are on pylon 2.
Miss Waters, we should head to the vac suits.
I don't know if we're going to be able to get through. The airlock is opened.
Oh.
I couldn't shut the door to the lift. That's why I've come in here, so we can try and figure something out.
What are our options then, really?
I mean, don't really know. I think, well, we might be able to run. I mean, is that a thing? The airlock's open, or are we actually going to succumb to the pressure if we leave this room?
You've still got gravity, so you can run. You just have to sail, and hope that the life support system is still pumping life support out to try and at least balance things out a little bit. It's dangerous, and you've got to remember Ulysses is very, very badly injured. He can move. In fact, at the moment, Ulysses, every single one of your stats is at 1, except for strength. Basically, if somebody breathes on you, you're going to keel over and die. But the everything else is at once, so you are going to have to move pretty quickly. Yeah, but you are going to have to help him. He's going to have to rely on you to get to wherever it is that you need to get to.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So before we do any of that, what I wanted to do while I've got the computer is see if can you remote close doors? Because I want to try and attempt to close that lift door again.
Okay. Again, make your roll. Education, science, D6, and difficulty is going to be whatever I rolled for the AI. For the program. It's controlling the doors. Oh shit! It's got on the floor. Get another dice.
That's a sign.
Dice rolls. Floor rolls don't count. Oh shit! I rolled a 1. So yeah, you have to beat 4.
I got an 11.
Yeah. No, dead easy. Now that you see it and you see how it's working, it's like I say, it's very basic. It's probably so basic so that it could actually be moved and sort of loaded. It's like a very unremarkable program. Now it's part of the main basic program. It's kind of expanded itself. Probably how it got into the system without being noticed. So now that you can see it, it's quite easy to predict. So yeah, you basically go over and you manage to close the airlock doors upstairs. It's going to take about a minute or two for everything to equalise. You're still losing atmosphere because you've been punctured by loads of debris. Infinity will tell you about that. So yeah, it's pretty rough, and there's a lot of damage as well. Yeah, it's true. Stuck in chest wounds.
It's not as painful as getting an elevator on your head.
I was about to say, as far as
after a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, I was about to say, Infinity only got bombs once, so, and he didn't fall off a ladder. So yeah, it's all a bit rough. It takes a minute or two for the air to remotely equalise.
Okay. So I'll just once I've managed that and I've everything started, I'll turn to Ulysses and say, look, I managed to close the airlock. It should be equalising, and then as soon as you feel able, even while it's still equalising, I think we should move to Pylon 2. Let's try and go get them suits before this program or whatever puts it all back.
Listen to me. Perhaps I will make it, perhaps I won't, but you should start with it. You should head on. You should have a head start. You shouldn't wait for me. We don't know what else devilry is gonna find us here with this explosion or what not. So please go on. Go on without me and just don't look back.
It's just at the end of this corridor. It should be fine.
It's not fine for me.
Go on, I'll get under the arm that's not hurt and just start lifting him up.
Okay, make a strength test, please.
Oh god, strength.
The higher the better.
Oh my god.
It's going to be 5. What's your roll in total?
2.
What is your strength?
1.
So you rolled a 1?
Yeah.
You can't pick him up.
Oh no.
You're basically trying to get him up. You're screaming in pain.
Maybe there's a trolley.
Leave me behind.
Says a ghost.
I'm an old sack of bones.
Yeah.
Let's go on. On with
You can't believe you tried to pick me up whilst eating an oat biscuit. What are you doing? So yeah, it's rough.
Enough slack on your push-ups.
Yes, and the blood starts to flow quite liberally from the wound.
Come on, you've got to at least try. I can't just leave you here bleeding out. Not conscious anyway.
We've left others behind. Why should I be any different?
Because you can walk.
Save yourself, damn it! I want to actually. Can I roll to convince her that's okay?
No, you can't. You can't make a roll like that against another PC, sadly. You're going to have to roleplay it and convince her yourself.
Yeah, you can see it in his eyes that he really. He's trying to give you a guilt-free card to go on without him.
Otherwise, if you don't want to leave him conscious here, just knock him out.
I'm not
going to do that. I'm not going to do that.
Drop an extinguisher on his head. It's the easy way.
Look, I'm sure we can just get through the door.
Want to try again?
Yeah, I'll try once more.
Okay, difficulty this time. Difficulty this time is going to be 6.
Ooh, I rolled a 6, so I got 7.
Brilliant. Okay, so yeah, you managed to get him to his feet. Yeah, it's difficult. You get to the door, all cycles open. You're in a lot of pain there. I was going to ask you to make a strength test, but you can't. So yeah, you get into the door and out the door. It's freezing cold out here. Obviously, the airlock's been open. All the life support's interested in doing is keeping the air inside the station. At the moment, heating and all those secondary systems will either powered down or been damaged, or they've been rerouted to stop the station from falling apart completely. So yeah, it's freezing cold when you see your breath in front of your face. And as you start moving down the corridor, there's a clunking sound, like somebody's left a shoe inside a washing machine. And the gravity goes off. You're heading down the corridor, suddenly you literally, the last step pushes you forward and you're drifting.
Oh, shit.
I'm going to ask you to make the agility roll there, Arabella, because you're the one that's dragging the dude along. Difficulty is going to be 7.
5. Oh, 8. 8.
8. Brilliant. So you are drifting towards the door that you want to be heading to. Towards the pylon door, which is open, as you can see ahead of you. Are you heading to pylon 2?
Yeah.
The back suits are, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're basically heading towards there, and it's you're just drifting. The alarm's gone off. Lack of gravity. The spinning lights on the ceiling are starting to, and with the kind of yellow and red lights to warn that the gravity's gone off. All the no gravity lights have come on, and then this strip of lights come on these handlebars because there's no gravity. They really want you to know that there's no gravity. So as you're drifting towards this door, everything you do now is not just straightforward walking. This is your 0G training kicking in. I'm going to ask you to make an agility roll. Difficulty is going to be 6. Actually, no, because you're also helping Ulysses as well. Your difficulty is going to be. Okay, so you get to the door. Basically, you've got your arm around Ulysses. You've got your other arm basically heading towards the door. Not a massive rate of knots, but enough that's going to hurt if you fail your roll. So yeah, mate,
6.
6. Crumple into the door. Now it's up to you. How much have you got into strength? 1.
Yep.
Gotcha. I'll need you to make a strength test then. Are you going to take you going to take the hit and sort of soften Ulysses, or you're just going to hope that he hits the door and doesn't die?
Or use him to soften your.
Honestly,
Use him.
it's one of them. I think honestly, it's an automatic reaction to try and save yourself. So that's probably its instinct. Sorry.
Okay, that's fine. You make a D6 roll, and Ulysses. The difficulty is going to be. What did you roll? Sorry.
I rolled 4 on the dice.
All the dice, brilliant. And Ulysses, you're going to have to make a strength test as well. You don't have any strength left, so all you can do is roll a D6. Higher the better.
That's 2.
No? Okay.
2.
Doesn't kill you, but the pain and the impact does knock you unconscious.
Save yourself.
One is in the. Oh yeah, he's gone unconscious. So all you, like I said, the gravity's off, so that makes life a little bit easier dragging this dude along. But yeah, right in front of you is the door.
I'm gonna try and just keep going along.
Get the door open.
Yeah.
It clicks, slides open, and then you got the pylon heading down to pylon 2. If you don't mind bringing that map up for me, please. Infinity. I help but not say it. It's Infinity.
Here you go.
Now you know that the equipment, survival equipment, is all in room 5. All you need to do is get to room 5. Gravity's off all in here. The lights are out. The emergency lighting's on, but it's very dim. So you're kind of only lit up by very strong red. Oh god, there's no gravity lighting because there's no gravity. So yeah, all the doors by the looks of things are closed.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna try and, I don't know, like pull myself along and propel myself and go straight to room 5. Yeah, I've still got him under his arm.
You'll still have your +1 to your difficulties. Feel free to let him go at any point if you think it's going to be a struggle. Sorry, no, I mean, you know what I mean. Completely your choice as a human being, for God's sake. So, yeah, you kick yourself off. You start drifting down the corridor. Basically, you're going to have to time it because the door... I'm on the wrong map. Let me just close that down. You've got 2 doors. You've got 2 lots of crossroads, as you can see on the map for pylon 2, and then on the right-hand side you've got 2 doors. So you're going to have to time it to slow yourself down as you're going past that second door 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Make a agility roll then, please. Normally, at this length of the corridor, to get it right, the difficulty is going to be 6, but sadly, also pulling along Ulysses, so the difficulty is going to be 7.
I rolled a 1.
Hey, sorry.
I rolled a 1. So it's 4 for agility.
4. Okay. Well, it's up to you. I'll give you the choice. You either miss the door, or you're going to have to let Ulysses go.
Yeah. That's such a hard decision.
You let him go, he's dead.
No, I know.
If you don't let him go, you're dead.
Yeah, pretty much. I think instinct and survival is probably going to kick in.
Yeah.
To try and grab the door with 2 hands.
I mean, he's unconscious. At least he won't be looking at you guiltily.
No, don't. That still doesn't help.
You're not leaving him conscious now.
It's literally just saying, oh, it's like accidentally automatic. Just like you see myself going too fast, so just grabbing on and then accidentally just him slipping out, kind of thing.
Yeah. You're letting him go without thinking. You don't want to blame yourself. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, pretty much.
You let go of him. He goes drifting back down the corridor. Ulysses, can you make a D6 roll, please? You're going to have to roll a 6.
It's a 6.
You go rolling along and you sort of bounce off one corridor wall, which slows you down, and then you continue floating, and then you crumple against the airlock door. You're still unconscious, but the readout on the turkey baster, you know what I mean? Not the turkey baster, no, the cooking thing, it still shows that you're alive. It's still blinking. Get to the room with the EVA suit. Door opens and the room is completely empty. EVA suits, equipment, food, stock, everything, all gone.
Like what?
You thought you were the first here.
Yeah, but there would have been. There's no ships for anyone to take this, would there? Where's everything come?
They just never were
is
there.
Is it just like common knowledge that the stuff was here, or did everyone actually come down?
Everybody knew where everything else was. All this stuff's down here in case people need it. So it's spare equipment, a couple of lock boxes, storage crates, and racks. There was 15 EVA suits and 6 heavy-duty spacesuits, armoured spacesuits for external work. So they're all gone.
Oh my god. I don't know what to do now.
Meanwhile, Ulysses, you slowly start coming around. Some buggers just left you to drift off, and you bounced off a wall. No, God knows what's going on. I mean, for God's sake. So, but you're still in a lot of pain, but you're very bleary-eyed, and as you sort of drift up, you're drifting in front of the airlock that you floated towards. You can see the main airlock. But the lights inside the airlock are on. The airlock on this side is closed. The airlock door to the outside is open, and by the looks of it, it goes out to a docking tube to a ship.
So where am I on the map again? Where is Ulysses?
You're on pylon 2. And then on the far right-hand side, you can see the airlock.
All right.
Yeah.
Do I see Bell?
Sorry, say again.
Bell?
No,
Arabelle.
no.
No.
You feel a bit queasy because you're drifting, but yeah, you don't say.
Communications, can I use like she did have a personal computer as do I, so maybe contact her through that.
You can contact her through the personal computer, yeah.
Miss Walter, are you there?
Oh, Ulysses!
Call from a dead guy.
Ulysses, you okay?
Okay, hardly describes it. I'm alive. I regained consciousness. I see. Sorry, GM. Can you describe what I saw again? Do I see the? Sorry,
you're by the airlock. Yeah, you're by the airlock. The interior door's closed. The outer door's open, but by the looks of it, there's a ship connected to the airlock. There's a docking tube going to a ship, and their airlock's open as well.
There is a ship. I describe here that.
Okay. I'm coming. So I'll come back out of the room and try and get over to him.
Okay, make utility roll.
Come on.
Just don't roll a 1.
Nah, 6. So 9.
Brilliant. You drift down, and then you sort of put your feet out first, slow yourself down, come pull to the side of the ship in the zero gravity. Yeah, there's a ship. Looks like there's a ship docked to the airlock.
So and you said that their door is open as well.
Yeah,
on the other end.
Your inner door's closed, your outer door's open, and their door's open as well.
It's on tube. So I'm gonna try and open the door.
Yeah, it looks like there's atmosphere according to the door readout. So yeah, twist the dial, press a couple of buttons, the door splits, cycles open. There's a waft of really, really fresh and cool air stepping out after it's rained. Not that you've ever experienced rain, but it's the air is really fresh and clear.
Okay. So I'll start making our way across. I will try and help Ulysses across as well. Wait.
Okay, make the roll. Sorry, go on.
With this is a genuine there wouldn't be gravity in this section, would there? Like, it's not going to suddenly just. Okay.
No, you probably won't experience gravity if it's working until you reach the ship. Docking tubes don't have gravity.
Okay. Just wanted to double check.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're free. So yeah.
That was my thought. Just like, we're tooting along, just dragging ourselves on the roof, and just like, oh shit.
Oh no, I've got 0.01% strength. What are you doing? Oh yeah.
Yeah, so we'll try and go across.
Okay. You push yourself across, drift across, make your agility roll.
9 again.
9, brilliant. Again, you got hold of Ulysses. You push yourself off. You drift down the tube until the other door, which is open. And looking at, because the actual tube itself is just a thin fabric, which is containing the atmosphere, and so it's got like strips of see-through parts. The ship itself that's docked looks like a small sort of personal transport ship, and looks like brand new. I mean, everything about it is brand new. It's called the El Cid, and it's called the El Cid, and it's basically looks like it's new panels, just like literally just come off the production line. So yes, and then you drift over and get into the ship.
Yeah,
into a very bright, well lit airlock.
And as far as we know, the ship shouldn't be here.
Oh, absolutely not.
Okay.
Wait, what is this ship? Do we have any records of that ship? El Cid.
I don't think so. Like, there's not supposed to be any other ship here, but I mean, I don't think we can stay on that station.
I mean,
Of course we're not.
Looking out of those little strip windows, the station is absolutely wrecked. I mean, there's panels coming off, there's debris drifting around it, like, it just looks like it's about to implode. In fact, the top section where where the airlock went, it's like part of it's actually crumpled in, the rooms have been utterly destroyed. this station's not going to last much longer.
Perhaps, briefly, while he's being carried in the 0G, he will write LCD to his personal computer and see if there are any records of that ship.
No, nothing comes up.
There are no records. That's... Well, we have no other choice, but... What else are we gonna find?
There was nothing in Storage 5. All the suits are gone, the food's gone, and I mean, the only place I could think it is here. This is the only way to be safe right now.
You've got into the airlock. I assume you've got into the airlock at the other end, yeah?
Yeah.
Protocol dictates that coming from a zero gravity area into an airlock, their airlock's closed on their inside door, so you've still got no gravity in here. But through the airlock hatch, you can see just haphazardly, just stacked up everywhere, is all your equipment, all the storage crates, all the EVA suits, the standing cabinets with the spacesuits in. Taken out.
Is there a way to initiate the airlock from this side?
Absolutely, yeah. You hit the recycler. So, is that what you want to do?
Well, I'm gonna try and set Ulysses in a ready position.
Yep.
And then, I'll press the button.
Okay, no problem. You're lying down. You hit the recycling button. The outer door closes. Cycling system kicks in. So it takes about 30 seconds. Gases and hissing and clunking. And then slowly the gravity's activated, so you slowly settle back down, which feels a bit weird and makes you feel a bit queasy, but the gravity's slightly off on this ship. And then the inner door cycles open. You don't recognise this model of ship at all. Like I say, it looks brand new. I mean, even the inside, it's still got the grubby piping and the panelling and the crappy grated floor. It looks clean, as if it's, like I say, it was only built not long ago.
Ulysses will state the obvious and says, "It looks brand new."
Yeah.
But he moves towards there if he can to carry himself.
You will need Arabella's help to move.
Yeah, so, well, I'll see that Ulysses is trying to move forward, so I'll help him and we'll take a few steps into the ship.
It all goes left and right. To the right goes back towards the engine, and to the left looks like it heads towards the bridge. Because looking at the ship, that's how it was laid out. Also a big sign saying that as well, engine room, bridge. So yes, it's to be quite straightforward. Like I say, it's a small ship, probably good for about 5 people at maximum. Not a cargo ship at all, it's just a small transport ship. Probably why all the equipment that's been taken out the station is all piled up in the corridors.
To Ulysses over there. So, I'm gonna head towards the bridge. I think that might be the best idea right now.
Yeah, you start heading up towards the bridge.
I'll sit on the communications, try to send a distress signal.
Okay. So I'll set him up somewhere comfortable, like on one of the boxes or something that he can lean on and everything. And then I'll head up to the bridge.
So as you're looking down the left-hand corridor towards the bridge door, sort of the bridge door opens, and one of the 3 crew station members that you know that you've been working with for the past couple of months, the pistol in his hand, comes walking out, saying behind him, "I don't know, some fucker's come through the airlock." He comes walking along, and he sees both of you standing there. What do you want to do?
He's one of the crew, and he's holding a gun, you said.
Yeah, one of the 3 people that you know worked on the station with you for the past 2 months. It's him.
Ulysses have been quite, popular with the crew, and does he know him? Like any person?
Yeah, this is Simon. Basically, he was in charge of inventory, and he used to basically make sure that everything was He used to help out doing the work on the station. He did loads of panel replacements. He did a couple of EVAs as well. Quite a nice guy. Got on well with everybody. There was him and
Simon.
two others that used to spend a lot of the time together.
Simon,
He stares at you in shock.
so nice to see you, Simon.
Ulysses! Oh, Bella! Oh my God, you survived!
Yeah. Just about. What's all this?
Oh shit, guys, I'm so sorry. He lifts up the gun to shoot. What do you want to do?
Apparently he also has the knives to put in your bags.
There's not really much I can do apart from like just literally just drop to the floor. I'm probably just gonna try and duck, I guess.
Wait, is he shooting at us? He's trying to shoot at us?
Yeah.
Too bad
So,
you have
mate-
a security officer with you who has a weapon.
Oh, he's also got a lift on his head. So,
Yeah.
do you want to? Well, if you're going to dive out of the way, sadly, your agility score is 1. So,
Can,
roll a d6. Both of you make an agility roll.
can
I'm gonna roll a d6 to
Ulysses
shoot.
get in front of Arabelle?
Yeah.
I'd set. I'd set you up on some boxes.
You literally just put him down when this guy came out the corridor. So,
Yeah.
well, both of you make an agility roll.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's a total
8.
of 7.
7. Yeah. What did you roll?
8.
8. Gotcha. Well, when you got the 7, so yeah, you were able to step in front of Arabella. Even if he misses and if he's going for you, Arabella, he's still going to find it difficult to hit you. And he rolls 5. He rolls a 7 dead on. So yeah. So Ulysses, he shoots you. There's no way you're going to survive that. I am sorry. You've already been wounded once. His damage cap is 3. And, yeah, he's done 3 points of damage. Your strength was already at 0, so you've gone past the minus threshold. He basically steps forward, pulls off the shot. You step in front of Arabella, you take the hit. He gets shot directly in the chest. He goes staggering back. Arabella, I need you to make another agility roll, please.
Bloody hell, Simon, no!
I got a 4.
4. His body goes falling back, crashes into you, and you basically both go tumbling down to the ground. He's basically lying on top of you. He was also on the boxes to your right, and they all come crashing down, and a nail gun lands just within hand's reach of you. As this Simon's is walking down the corridor, it's obviously a single shot pistol, and he's basically cocking it to put another bullet in. Single shot space gun.
I'll grab the nail gun because my thought literally was just like I need something to chuck at him. So yeah, that's instantly
Take the
picking it
nail
up
gun
and try it.
Take the corpse. So one last time, Ulysses. So yeah, you got rolled the nail gun. You're going to take a shot.
Yes, I'm gonna try to.
Okay, so well, it's going to be basic agility. Now he's not expecting this, so he's not going to dodge. So your basic to hit is going to be 5
Nice.
at this
I got
range.
8.
Got 8. Doesn't do much damage. His die cap is only 2, so roll a d6 and please roll a 6.
Got a 3.
3, that's fine. Okay, so you swing up, you fire the nail gun. It's a it hits him straight in the chest. He goes staggering back, like slightly shocked that he's just been shot in the chest by a nail gun. As he goes staggering back, he pulls off another shot. Oh, he rolls a 1. The shot goes wild. Actually, roll a d6, don't roll a 1. Actually, no,
4.
Infinity, that's your job. Roll a d6, don't roll a 1.
A 4.
Oh, shit. So, yeah, he pulls off the shot. He goes past you, misses, hits a crate, but there's nothing in there, either explosive or dangerous. Wink, wink. And, so there's a shower of plastic and what have you. He has to reload again, so he clicks the gun, it clicks forward, the cartridge comes out like a shotgun, and he fumbles to get another one because he's bleeding out of his chest where he just shot him with 2 nails. What do you want to do?
I'm going to try and shoot him again before they're
Okay, you've still got Ulysses lying on top of you, which is giving you a little bit of shelter. So make an agility roll first to see who gets the shot off first. You shit, he rolled an 8.
Dear. That's not a good look.
I rolled a 1.
You rolled a 1.
So I got
Okay.
that's 4.
Okay, so he fires first. Now, because Ulysses is lying on top of you, there's a chance he's going to hit Ulysses instead of you. He rolls a 2 to hit, 3, which is a 5, so it's going to be a hit. I'm going to roll a d6. Infinity, could you do that for me, please? Actually, no, Scone, it's your turn. Roll a d6. Don't roll an even number.
Oh, an even number, that's a new one.
6.
Oh, 6. Falls off the shot, but he manages to find a gap. What's your strength score? Sorry, 1.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, he's doing 1 point of damage. That's enough to knock you unconscious. He goes walking forward, he puts off the shot, it almost goes straight through Ulysses. You feel an intense a pain in your belly, and then the pain just, the nausea, and then the weight of the pain just overcome you, and then everything just goes black.
So close.
No close. Simon comes walking forward. He looks down, goes, oh, fuck, really? Oh, guys. And then behind him, his other 2 crew members come out. What the fuck is going on? Yeah, what's going on, man? Shut up. Hate that accent. And they both go walking forward. And then there's another guy, obviously, he's completely new, he's not even from here. He's on the ship. He goes, come on, guys. It's 15 minutes. We should have been out here 10 minutes ago. I told you I would pick you up and we'd get out of here. What is going on? Simon sort of walks over, hauls Ulysses' body off. She's still alive. What do we do? Just blow them out the airlock. We haven't got time for this. We were supposed to just blow the station, get out of here, and then send the transmission and sort out the insurance claim. That's it. That's all we're supposed to be doing. I don't know, man. It just feels wrong. Leaving them there, but there's a chance they could get out. That was fine. But just killing them like this? What are you talking about? You just shot Ulysses in the face. Now, come on, guys. Let's just get out of here. Dump them. Let's get out of here. I mean, looks at the guys, shakes his head. No, man. Don't know. That's the end.